Good evening. My name is Shelby McNutt, and I will be your Master of Ceremonies this evening for the 30th Annual Crystal Apple Awards Ceremony presented by the Garden City Area Chamber of Commerce. I feel privileged that I was a Crystal Apple teacher back in 1996. That was the second year of the program. In the past 30 years, this program has grown through the support of community sponsors, many of whom who have been with us since the beginning of the program. As we give them recognition throughout this evening, we ask that you do the same and let them know that you are grateful for their continued support. Every day, we place a huge responsibility on our educators to provide our community with the next generation of future leaders and a strong workforce. You instill the confidence in your students that they can attain anything they desire in their lives. Imagine our next generation inspired by you, daring them to dream, and that truly anything is possible and that anything is achievable. To our 6 finalists, we invite you to relax. I say that with tongue in cheek because I've set where you're at. We invite you to relax as this is your night, a night of celebration. We honor you and thank you for what you do for our students and our community. Please welcome Pastor Nathan Heck from Turning Point Church of the Nazarene, who will offer our prayer for this evening.
Let's bow our heads and pray. Thank you, Father, for this day that you've given to us, this opportunity to come together and celebrate all the good that's going on in this community. Father, we thank you for our teachers and their hard work and their dedication, the schools that are here and the blessings that you provide for them. We thank you for the students and the families and this wonderful community that comes together to support each other in unique and wonderful ways. Father, we just are so grateful for this food set before us, the hands that prepared it, and the fellowship that is going to happen here tonight. And so, Lord, we just ask your blessing upon this. In your name we pray. Amen.
Once again, the Clarion staff has prepared a wonderful dinner for us to enjoy. Let's take this time to enjoy the evening's meal, and we will resume the remainder of our program following our dinner. Thank you.
You know, as a teacher, I guess we really don't think about accolades that much.
It's a lot of behind the scenes work and dedication. And so having the chamber and the community really invest in Crystal Apple, it just kind of symbolizes not only, their commitment as well and how important they view what we do as teachers.
Every day, like end of the week, I ask myself a question. How effective am I in my classroom? When you get the recognition from your society, so that gives a confidence. Okay, you are doing not that bad job.
First off, the teacher has to be nominated. And once they're nominated, then, we get a number, and then the chamber sends out the application, which the teacher has to fill out.
We put that together in a binder, and that goes to a committee of 3 people. That's our blind read committee. They read that blindly. They don't know who the teachers are, and we whittle that down to our 12 semifinalist teachers.
Then when you make the 12, then comes the personal interview. They all just have questions that they want to ask you, about being a classroom teacher, your successes, your struggles.
That whittles that down to 6 teachers, and then from those 6, we have an observation committee, goes out and observes the teachers in the classroom doing classroom work, and that's where we come up with our 3 Crystal Apple teachers and then our 3 finalists.
When they first started, the very first Crystal Apple, it was something to honor teachers from the business community and community outside of the realm of education. And it was a way to celebrate success with teachers, a way to honor their hard work and what they do.
When this thing first started, it was kind of patterned after another school over around Wichita. I think they called it the Golden Apple.
We fit in the smallest room in Southwind. Of the rooms that they have for events, we fit in the smallest room. There were probably 60, 75 people at the first one. I really appreciate the fact that they're coming together to honor teachers and celebrate their successes and their hard work and their dedication to their students and the families of those students. So I think it's important to keep that at the forefront and honor people that are doing a great job.
We at Commerce believe that by partnering with Chamber of Commerce and the Crystal Apple, that we can create a community that is strong and healthy so that anybody can succeed here.
That's the key thing. Garden City, our community, Finney County, our community, it's been supported. I'm proud of our community for what they've done with this. Very proud of it.
So if you ask me why special education, I love helping kids discover what they can do. So I'm a special education resource teacher. I get to work with students across grade levels and collaborate closely with classroom teachers and related service providers. I've always wanted to teach because I enjoy working with kids. It's my passion, and I believe school should be the place where they hear, you can do this, and then get the support to make it happen. So first, I build strong relationships so students feel safe to try, make mistakes, and try again. I'm big on words of affirmation, like I can do this, is our daily mantra, because I believe confidence fuels effort. So instruction in my room is active and joyful. We move, we sing, we use sound music boxes, we celebrate small wins. So everything connects back to each student's goals, whether it be social emotional, reading, writing, or math. And I enjoy collaborating with classroom teachers and related service providers, so supports are consistent across settings. I also previously worked in our after-school program, which gave me extra time to reinforce skills and make learning fun beyond the school day. Above all, I want every student to know I believe in them. I recognize that there are days that they didn't even believe in themselves, and I'll do whatever it takes to help them be successful. Growth isn't only about data points. It's about belonging and joy. Parents tell me their kids have learned to love school again, and they look forward to coming to my classroom because they feel I create a welcoming and fun environment for learning. They appreciate my clear communication, the way I celebrate progress, and how I keep expectations consistent. At Alta Brown, we also have Dragon families, so it's across grade family groups that build community and practice leadership and kindness. So I also have a student who frequently asks, when is Dragon Families? So I think because he looks forward to spending time together and he loves to spend time with me, so that tells me students feel connected, and that connection is what opens the door to learning. I think I appreciate the opportunity that our community is providing our teachers. We know their value in education. We know their impact to our kids, to the next generation. So it's like a celebration. So Crystal Apple is a celebration in a way of thanking educators and recognizing their impact to our world. Because I think without educators, we won't have professionals in the field, we won't have doctors, we won't have nurses. So that's why I think it's very important to recognize and celebrate their efforts.
What put it in my heart to become a teacher is I had such an excellent experience in school, elementary through middle school and high school. I always loved school. I did like an internship in a classroom in high school where I got to go and help a teacher for a semester, and that is what really got the ball rolling for me when I went to college. I go above and beyond because I build those relationships with kids. I spend a lot of one-on-one time. I notice their needs, I notice their weaknesses and their strengths, and I build on those. Each kid has their own special niche in this classroom that I can kind of help them with. I feel like the learning will come, and so my role as a facilitator is to encourage students and to make them believe in themselves, because once they believe in themselves, they'll take ownership and they'll try, and they'll be willing to take risks. That's when the learning takes place. And we celebrate mistakes. Mistakes is an opportunity for us to grow our brains. And that's where the learning really happens. And so to help my students understand that it's okay to make mistakes and it's okay to try and feel good about the accomplishments and the growth you've made, even if they're not at the targets. That is a celebration. And I talk to them all about it. We're on a journey, and we each go at our own pace, and we each have our own bumps in the road. And so for me, I feel like what I bring to the table here is giving kids the encouragement and the confidence that they need to choose to do the work, to choose to try, to feel good about themselves, even for their small successes and their big successes. This is why I teach. You being in my life has caused a great impact on me, and I'm grateful and thankful for you being in my life. You've taught me to face challenges, and now I want to be a teacher. You are always kind to people. If I make a mistake, you always cheer me up. If I have a bad day, you pump me up every day. You show kindness to me and to everyone else. You are one of the best sources of happiness. I recognize that all the hard work pays off, that all the late nights pay off, that all the sacrifices pay off. I just feel humbled. I'm completely surprised and blessed by it. As far as the community, I've recognized that just from the feedback that I've gotten, people care about their teachers in this community. And this is a way not just to highlight me, but to highlight them and to show gratitude to teachers. So it's just a way to recognize all the good things and all the hard work that all teachers do. And so that's really big. And I didn't recognize that until I went through this process. So I'm just really grateful for that.
School for me was difficult, and when I went into college, teaching was not my first career of choice, and as I went along in college, I decided that I would go down the teaching path, and especially special education, and fell in love with it. And as the years have progressed, this has been my calling. When we first started the program, I noticed that the kids were super low in social emotional development, which I was never trained in. I knew how to teach you reading, writing, and math, but I saw that there was deficits in them being able to tell me when they were happy, sad, and mad. And so I had to train myself very quickly in how to teach a child to start identifying what it looked like when they were happy, what it looked like when they were sad, what it looked like when they were mad, so that they could start identifying in themselves, like, oh, I'm getting mad, I need to start choosing to do this instead. Going back to going above and beyond, I also work very closely with families on what we're doing here at school, and you start seeing a transition in the child. The communication, they appreciate the communication, they appreciate the approach, they appreciate the fact that yes, there is an approach of understanding, but yet there's an approach of levelness with discipline. They appreciate the fact that we give them a chance. I feel like just in their whole demeanor, they say that they know that their children are loved here. They say that there's a difference. They feel a difference in our school atmosphere. I know that it's not a me. It takes the whole school to do what we've done. So I don't want this award to be a Danica Award. This award needs to be a Georgia Mathews Award, because I can't do this without the entire staff here at Georgia Mathews. And I want everybody to understand that this is not something that should just reflect me. This is something that should reflect the entire staff that works with me and the general education teachers that work alongside me, because they are definitely the ones that hold us all together. I mean, and I also feel like it means that whoever nominated me sees that we're doing great things here. They truly believe in us also. They see that there is something to be said, and they want the community to see that there's something different. So I think that it's that in general, just like, hey, look at this, look at what's going on here, look at what they have going. Let's speak up and listen.
I wanted to become a teacher. It all started in 3rd grade. My teacher was Miss Blossom. Just her kindness really left just inspiration in me. Because of her, I wanted to share that kindness with young children in all ages. That relationship building, I feel like I'm really good at just like really connecting with young children and now my high schoolers. I really try to make everyone feel welcome and just hands-on. I really put my heart and soul into every activity that I plan just to make sure, because I think doing is learning. If you're not actually doing it, you're not taking it all in. Making it engaging and fun, and I stay up so late sometimes thinking, how will so-and-so like this or this? And so just very individualized also. In elementary, so the parents just appreciated how kind I approached learning and engaging. They always did really appreciate the hands-on learning. Centers was always a great thing. Being proactive and really catching, if their child was struggling in reading or math, I was right on it and calling them and saying, hey, here's what you can do to support school and their learning. My high schoolers, I've heard over and over again that they love coming to class because it's fun, they get to play, which play in science, I mean, it is learning, and so that's really nice to hear. Being a Crystal Apple finalist, I was just really honored, very honored. I have been nominated many times before, but this time it just felt kind of different. I don't know who it came from, but just my big switch from elementary to high school and to come this far with Crystal Apple, it's reassuring that I'm doing what I need to be doing to help support all of the students. I mean, from young children up into our young adults, and I feel honored.
I was always interested in teaching from the time I was younger. I would pretend to play school with my siblings, so I made them actually sit at desks, and we did preschool. And I always had a music interest, but it wasn't really until high school that I really decided that music was what I wanted to go into. I don't know that there was a moment, but there was a person. And so I was taking voice lessons, and so in the process of taking voice lessons, then when I changed schools, I took choir and got really involved in the music program there. And that choir teacher was just really inspiring to me. Her name was Nikki Kiner, and I could tell that she just loved it, and she cared so much about us as people. So, for her it was always about the music, but it was always about the people first. And I think that is what really did it for me, is the person. I'm always trying to figure out how can I get their hands on something real. If I can get them on an instrument, if I can get them involved in telling a story, playing a game, just to try to get them really actively involved and not just passively sitting. So my older kids right now, we're starting on guitar, and so when I gave them the guitar, it's just like, okay, here's what we're gonna play. And the quicker I can get them playing something, the better we are. And, so I don't go through the steps of, I don't tell the history of the guitar and all of the things it does before I just say, here's how you hold it, we're gonna play this note, get them to play it. And just the sooner I get them actively making music. I teach ukuleles, and then we start in 3rd grade and we build on that. And anytime that I hear, a parent say, my kid wants to go buy a ukulele, or they want to buy a guitar, and hey, she's playing the piano that I have at the house, and we pulled out the old keyboard. And so anytime that they are seeing these instruments and they want to continue and play. And of course, being in a small community, I get to kind of follow the kids up into, middle school and high school. And I get to see what, the ones that continue to take music and get to see how much farther they're able to take it in those classes. I see them start to develop more skills, and that leads to more personal confidence. There's a lot to it if I have a student, stand up and sing alone or play an instrument alone. And that can give them so much self-confidence, and that can carry over into a lot of other areas of their life. And we can be really supportive of each other because it's not competitive, it's teamwork. And so they will support each other, and they just feel that group support. I teach with so many good teachers. So it was very humbling to think that this was something that I was getting kind of singled out for. The work that I put in is worth continuing, is worth doing.
So early on, I knew that I wanted to be a teacher. When I was in grade school, I struggled, and I knew that I struggled. I went to Buffalo Jones, and I would have to walk across the parking lot and across the recess playground to the Army barracks that used to be there. That's where I had reading and I had speech. So I struggled, and I knew that. Getting into middle school, it got even harder. But I had a couple of teachers who were amazing, and they really took me under their wing. And so they just kind of fostered that love for, hey, you can do this, and you're going to be okay. And then they started giving me jobs, and I felt like, okay, I can do this, or I can help out with this or that. And I carried that job into high school. And so I would go from high school into some elementaries or into the middle school, and then I got to work with the kids, and that's what hooked me right there. Is I was like, okay, I know this is what I want to do. It is difficult to keep kids engaged. If you're not a video game or a video clip, it's hard to keep their interest. But I get them up and moving a lot. I use a lot, they're called Kagan activities. It's different methods of getting kids engaged in talking and doing and sharing. And so it's a lot of movement also. For instance, if they're writing something, they will come together as a group, and then we do like a one stray. And so they'll all answer this question, and then one group member will stray to another group, and they'll either have to share that answer or reteach it. So it's just really keeping them involved, less lecture. I do a lot of modeling for them. I'll do, and then we're going to do it together, and then you try it on your own, and we'll see where we are from there. I also like to throw some silly sense of humor stuff in there and joke around, and they like that. They like to be entertained. It should be fun. I think what the Crystal Apple means to me is that it's an acknowledgement for the hard work and the dedication that people put into the career. And I'm not saying that not everyone does that, but it's nice. And I think there's an option if you're nominated, if you want to pursue it, if you not want to pursue it. But it's a feel good, to know that your community appreciates you and that your colleagues are like, hey, good job. And the parents are, they tell you a lot, thank you, thank you for what you've done with my student or whatever. But to me, it's important that I do the very best. I'm kind of a perfectionist sometimes, and I beat myself up a lot. And so this really has validated that I'm in the right spot. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and I think I'm doing okay.
All right. We'd like to thank Collins Media again for their work with these videos that they did. Before we started doing the videos, I would get to stand up here and read one-page bios about each one of them. And I think you like the videos better. Well, here we go. Thank you. Well, here we go. We're going to get our final six up here on the stage. As I read your name, I would like to invite the principals representing their teachers to escort their teacher up here to the front. Each principal will then introduce the teacher from their school who is a 2025 Crystal Apple Teacher finalist. The alphabetical order of the finalists are as follows. From Alta Brown Elementary School, Principal Julissa Flores and Matt De La Cruz.
Good evening. It's an honor to introduce one of this year's finalists, Mr. Matt De La Cruz. Mr. De La Cruz is a special education resource teacher whose impact reaches far beyond the walls of his classroom. His students say it best. My favorite thing about Mr. De La Cruz is when he teaches me new words and digraphs. He taught me how to read. He makes me feel like I can read. He's so nice. And of course, the ultimate compliment, he's the best. He deserves McDonald's. They also describe him as someone with a big heart. And that heart shows up even on the hardest days. Matt is organized, deeply knowledgeable about his students' needs and interests, and consistently goes above and beyond. His colleagues share the same admiration, noting his dedication, his innovative approach, and the meaningful impact that he makes on both students and staff. Tonight, we are incredibly proud to recognize a teacher whose work changes lives every single day. Please join me in celebrating Mr. Matt De La Cruz.
From Jenny Barker Elementary School, Principal Drew Tone and the candidate, Megan Ford.
So I'm not Drew Tone. Much better looking. And actually, Drew's not her principal either. It's Justin Reich, whose wife is at the hospital. They're getting ready to have a baby. So, Megan, you're stuck with me tonight. But I'm going to read. I'm going to read Justin's speech just as he wrote it. So pretend like I'm Justin, only with less hair and a lot chubbier. Okay. I would like to start by thanking the Chamber and the sponsors of the Crystal Apple for honoring these distinguished educators and highlighting the tremendous work that they have done for the students and families. Tonight I have the honor of introducing Megan Ford, who teaches third grade at Jenny Barker. Megan is a 20-year veteran educator and has devoted 19 years of service to Garden City to make it a better place. Outside of her work at Jenny Barker, she serves as a Sunday school teacher at her church. She and her husband, Shannon, have 3 amazing children, Clara, Cody, and Emma, who are involved in various different activities within the community. Both she and her husband's families operate local businesses here in Garden City, and it is evident that Megan and her family care deeply about our community. I first met Megan this summer after assuming the role of principal at Jenny Barker. The first thing that I noticed about Megan was how excited she was to be back in school and talking about the upcoming year. Let me reiterate this. It was late July, while most teachers don't even know what day of the week it is. Megan was excited and ready to be at school. Now, Jenny Barker is not a large school, and at that point, I still didn't know where the copier was. She brought me folders, handouts, student rewards, and a multitude of other ideas. Having not spent a day in Jenny Barker with students, I admit that I was slightly overwhelmed at the interaction. But one thing I was certain of was that I had someone in my building that was extremely special. And I knew that she was devoted to the students at Jenny Barker. Megan's attributes, her love for teaching and her family, her faith, in that she cares deeply about the impact that she has on her students. Throughout the short time that I have spent with Megan, my initial assumptions fell short of reality. She is not only a tremendous teacher, she is a mentor, a leader to her colleagues. She steps out and takes responsibility, any responsibility that is thrown her way. She truly believes that every student in our school can be successful and is constantly growing, not only as a professional, but as a person. Jenny Barker and USD 457 are both extremely lucky to have Megan Ford, and I would like to once again thank the Chamber and the Crystal Apple sponsors for recognizing this amazing educator. Congratulations.
From Georgia Matthews Elementary School, Principal Brian Cott and Danica Kitch.
Good picture of sweats. That's right.
First, I want to congratulate all the finalists. I've actually had the privilege of working with at least 4 of them. They all are well deserving. It is my pleasure to introduce Danica Kitch, whose dedication and passion have truly shaped some of the success of Georgia Matthews and their students. Danica was given the opportunity to take the lead in developing what now has become a major influencer of what we do at Georgia Matthews and the school support system with the behavior program. From its early stages, she had worked tirelessly to create a structure that not only addresses challenges, but celebrates growth and progress. Through her collaboration with many of the faculty and the students and different approaches to behavior, trial and error, and research on trauma and all that affects students, Danica has continued to expand her expertise, learning, refining, and implementing a systematic approach to managing a wide range of behaviors her students bring to the classroom. Her ability to blend research-based strategies with genuine care and help foster a learning environment built on consistency, respect, and compassion. But what truly sets Danica apart from her belief of that every student can succeed begins with relationships. She not only builds amazing relationships with the students, but their families, creating a partnership with everybody to help build a bridge that ensures everyone feels heard, supported, and valued. Without Danica, Georgia Matthews probably would not be as successful as we are, especially with the challenges that come every day. Like you see her picture in her sweats. Half the time she's running down the hall trying to help de-escalate a child or helping wherever she needs to be. Please give me a round of applause, Danica.
From Garden City Achieve, Principal Lucas Sullivan and Kelly Mayan.
All right, I'll do my best. All right, Roy, put away the timer because I'm going way over 2 minutes. So, promise I didn't use ChatGPT for any of this. First off, I'd like to thank the Chamber for putting on an amazing event. Not every place has an event like this where the best teachers from our county are recognized each year. This is especially special for 30 years. We recognize the best educators we have to offer, and they get celebrated once a year. What an awesome group of finalists we have here tonight. Good luck to all 6 of you. To make it this far, you're a winner in my books. Second, it's nice to have Achieve back up here at the Crystal Apple Awards. We took a year off. I wanted to allow some other schools opportunities to get some hardware. But in all seriousness, it's a testament to our amazing staff that we've had 6 finalists in the last 5 years, and fingers crossed our fourth winner tonight in the same amount of time with Miss Kelly Myatt. So where do I begin with Kelly? A native of Michigan, a 14-year veteran of USD 457. Kelly spent her first 12 years as an amazing first grade teacher at VO. Then, VO fans, I like it. Then 2 years ago, Kelly made the leap of faith over to Achieve to teach high school science. Some people may ask, what were you thinking, or why did you make that jump? The two top contributors were a few nights at the brewery and a redhead named Amber. So if you don't know, you don't know. Engagement is huge for our kids at Achieve. We deal with apathy and trauma so much with our students. When they are in Miss Myatt's science class, I know the kids are engaged. Kelly takes project-based learning to the next level. She's willing to take chances so kids can learn. Just an example, they were studying arson in crime scene investigation class. That's not a joke, Amber, but just a few weeks ago, Kelly comes to me and asked, "Are you okay if we start houses on fire that we built?" I said, "Yeah, I think as long as you've checked the weather, you're going to be outside, and you've talked to the Garden City Fire Department." So many kids talked about this, and obviously they got to start things on fire at school, which is cool. But they spoke about going through an investigation of each house, and they had to explain how the fire was started and provide evidence if it was a crime or not. It was hands-on, real-world learning. Not only in the classroom, but Kelly goes above and beyond for her students outside of class. She took on the role of an instructional coach along with teaching science in our building this year. She's done an amazing job with that role. I'm also used to Wednesday night messages when Kelly and Amber have their brainstorming sessions. I don't know if wine's always involved, but I think it is sometimes. They've raised so much money for our kids in need through bingo nights, garage sales, Friendsgivings. The latest was a late night message on Tuesday night of this week where they came up with a plan to play bingo the last 30 minutes of the day and give away Thanksgiving food to the kids as they leave for break. It's a great idea. The best part, they emailed the district leadership, basically all my bosses, and said, "You guys have to bring food for the gobble wobble tomorrow." Mr. Guyman, I'm still waiting for the turkey delivery tomorrow. And so I just wanted to finish with a few quotes I gathered from some students. Miss Myatt is one of my favorite teachers because she understands me when some teachers don't even get the time to know me. She's very much like a mom to her students, Jayla. Mrs. Myatt believes in her students, even on days when we might not believe in ourselves. She pushes us to do better, not because we are perfect, but she sees our potential. I don't think I would be able to pass my classes if it wasn't for Miss Myatt. She cares and picks us up when we fall. Tony. What truly sets Mrs. Myatt apart is her heart. She takes the time to check in, to listen, to make sure her classroom is a place where everyone belongs. Her dedication, passion, and kindness inspire confidence and curiosity in every learner she meets. OJ. School's not all about test scores and grades. It's about making memories and building relationships with kids. And Kelly does that each and every day for her kids and with her kids. I'm honored to introduce Kelly Myatt as a 2025 Crystal Apple finalist.
From Holcomb Elementary School, Principal Randy Tyen and his candidate, Debbie Tidwell.
You were right the first time. Her. It's okay, happens all the time.
And she's also at Wiley Elementary in Holcomb.
And so Mrs. Albright is also going to help me with it. It's an honor to recognize Mrs. Debbie Tidwell, our K-5 music teacher at Wiley and Holcomb Elementary, as a nominee for the Crystal Apple Teaching Award. Debbie began her career in education in 1995 as a special education para later teaching middle and high school band and choir in Ulysses, Deerfield, and Garden City, before making the move to elementary and eventually Holcomb. Her love for teaching started early. She was always drawn to education, and as her passion for music grew in high school, she knew she wanted to combine the two through a career in music education. At Holcomb, Debbie has grown an incredible music program that allows students to explore a wide range of instruments, ukuleles, keyboards, drums, bells, and she will use anything she can find to make these. She has also taught her husband to do the same. Cue table 7. Her concerts are full of movement, storytelling, and student participation, giving every child a chance to shine. Beyond her music classroom, Debbie serves with the same heart of generosity. She is part of our Sunshine Committee, planning meaningful staff events that build community and boost morale. She also leads our local teacher association, advocating for educators and supporting the needs of our school community. Debbie's generosity extends well beyond the school. She is actively involved in local church youth programs and continues to give back generously to those around her. Whether she's supporting young people in her community or lifting up colleagues at school, she brings compassion, dedication, and a heart for others to everything she does. Mrs. Tidwell's dedication to her students, colleagues, and our community shines through in everything she does, making her a wonderful choice for the Crystal Apple Award. Please give a round of applause for Debbie
Tidwell. From Charles Stone's Intermediate Center, Principal Andrew Lee and Laura Walsh.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight we are proud to recognize Ms. Laura Walsh, one of our exceptional English language arts teachers. Ms. Walsh is truly an example of what it means to empower students through creativity and care. In her classroom, students feel seen and valued. She instills confidence to take risks in their learning, whether it's creating engaging lessons that makes literature come alive, or providing support that meets the needs of students right where they are. Ms. Walsh works to ensure every child has a chance to grow and succeed. Beyond her classroom, Ms. Walsh is deeply involved in our school and the broader community. She volunteers her time, supports countless school events, and collaborates with her colleagues to strengthen our building. She also serves on the board of Real Men, Real Leaders, a program that has positively shaped many of our students. Thanks in part to her dedication, the program has now expanded to include female students as well, providing even more leadership opportunities in our school. Ms. Walsh continues to find ways to make students excited about coming to school. In fact, tomorrow, she and a group of students will be taping me to a wall. Not exactly sure why I agreed to that.
It's for the kids.
It's for the kids, see, exactly. We may even need the fire department, but luckily that's another strong community partnership she's helped us foster.
And luckily they're just across the block. Yeah.
And luckily they're just down the road, so be ready. Her positivity and dedication are contagious, inspiring both students and staff every day. Ms. Walsh reminds us that when teachers lead by example, through hard work, kindness, and creativity, our entire community grows stronger. We are truly grateful for the impact she's made on Charles Stone's Intermediate Center, and we love her.
How about another round of applause for our finalists? Well, the time is finally here for us to announce the 2025 Crystal Apple recipients. We will have two separate ceremonies and award presentations. The first presentation will be the announcement of the 3 Crystal Apple finalists, and the second presentation will recognize the 3 Crystal Apple teachers for 2025. I'd like to ask Dennis Burns from Commerce Bank and Lisa McDonald from Walmart of Garden City to step forward to present a $250 check and the framed certificates for each of these 3 finalists. Our first recipient, Laura Walsh. Danica Kitch. Kelly Maya. These 3 teachers, you represent the principles and dedication this award is meant to display. I'd like to ask our presenters to step to the front to honor our 2025 Crystal Apple teachers with their awards. Laura Boers from Boers Law will present each with their Crystal Apple. Teresa Colazzo with Cox Communications will present each with an Apple iPad. Dr. Bill Clifford, representing Fry Eye Associates, will present each teacher with their $1,000 check. Andy Farmer from Hutton will present each teacher with their framed Crystal Apple certificate. These 3 teachers have gone through an exhaustive process to earn the distinction of becoming the 2025 Crystal Apple teacher. Matt Dela Cruz. Megan Ford. Debbie Tidwell. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the 2025 Crystal Apple Award winners. Each Crystal Apple teacher will now be asked to provide a brief acceptance speech. We'll just start in the order. Matt, you're up.
Hello. I think we were only required to present like a 2-minute speech, but I have an accommodation which is extended acceptance speech time. So bear with me if I go beyond the 2 minutes. Good evening, and thank you for this incredible honor. Receiving the Crystal Apple tonight is deeply humbling. I want to thank the Garden City Chamber of Commerce, the sponsors, and the judges for this recognition, for taking the time to celebrate our wonderful educators, and for shining a light on the work happening in our schools, especially, of course, Garden City Public Schools. I also want to thank Ms. Kelsey Thompson for nominating me for Crystal Apple. Thank you to our district and, of course, to my Alter Brown family. I would like to give a special recognition to Miss Julie Kopich, the reason why I chose Alter Brown. But she's no longer with us. But thank you. Also for cheering on me to be led. Where's our cheerleader? Miss Maria Quintanar. Yeah. To my administrators, district leadership. I think I remember I was first interviewed by Mr. Josh Gaiman, if you remember, sir. Yeah. Thank you for believing in me, supporting my growth, and trusting me with our students. Your encouragement and guidance matter more than you truly know. I also share this with our dedicated classroom teachers at Alter Brown, our caring resource paras, I think Ms. Ruby's here, our amazing office staff, and related service providers. Thank you so much, as well as our hardworking custodians and cafeteria workers, even who step in every single day to help students feel safe, capable, and valued. You are the heartbeat of our building, please know that. You often work behind the scenes, but the impact you make is front and center in the lives of our students. Most of all, to my students, past and present, you are the real rock stars. You are the reason I get up excited for work. You work so hard even days when school feels tough, I know that. You remind me that progress is progress, no matter how small, and that humor and patience go really a long way. Progress is not always loud or flashy. Sometimes it could be a quiet, I can do it, I can do this. Or a brave attempt after many tries. Those moments are my favorite. To their families, thank you for trusting me with your children and for partnering with us through the ups and downs of the school year. To my friends, table 26, I think, near and far, especially who are here tonight, thank you for loving and supporting me so well. Your encouragement, your messages, hugs in the hallway, your presence here this evening mean more to me than I can say. You reminded me again and again that I am not doing this work alone. To my fellow Crystal Apple teachers, and of course the other 3 finalists, it is truly an honor to stand alongside you. I know the early mornings, the late nights, the planning, the worry, the deep care you pour into your students. So this award truly represents the heart of teachers across our community. So this Crystal Apple is not just a trophy. It is a reminder of the responsibility and privilege that I have every day when I walk into the classroom. In many ways, it is actually less about me and more about our students, their families, and everyone who refuses to give up on them. I will keep showing up, keep learning, and keep fighting for what my students truly need. This Crystal Apple will sit on my desk starting November 21st. As a reminder that I am part of something bigger. Together as a community, we can keep lifting up kids one day at a time. I will keep doing my best to be the teacher they truly deserve. Again, thank you so much for this incredible honor and for believing in the work we do with our kids every single day. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. Megan Ford.
Hi, thank you so much. Matt made that look easy. I'll follow the rules and stick to 2 minutes. I am so absolutely honored and humbled to be standing here with you tonight. And the other 5 finalists, I cannot imagine a better group of people to be up here with. First, I have to thank the Lord. He has positioned me for a time such as this, and I cannot do it without Him. I know no better way to serve Him than to love His most precious people, and those are our kids. So, my family, my husband, my kids, my parents, my siblings, they have given so much of their time, their money, their time of me. A lot of times, I know that they're going to be okay, and so these kids sometimes get put above them, and they are very understanding and supportive of that. So they're wonderful. They're awesome. My coworkers, my colleagues, Garden City School District, Crystal Apple, thank you so much for this recognition and all that you do. We are a team. We do it together. There's no other way to do it. And then to the families and to the students, thank you for trusting me with your kids. So thank you.
Thank you, Megan. And finally, Debbie Tidwell.
Russ, I didn't write it down. He sent me an outline that I could use. He was really trying to be helpful. I'm flabbergasted. I just want to thank, all of my support system. My husband, everyone at Table 7, and everyone that Table 7 represents. My husband for being patient enough to let me, make all kinds of crazy musical instruments and occasionally help me. He's been my biggest cheerleader and has kept me going sometimes. Dr. Myers, Randy, Amy, thank you for your patience sometimes when I come to you and say, hey, what if we tried this? What do you think? My coworkers, they let me in the building when I forget my keys and occasionally unplug things I leave plugged in. So I just appreciate you very much. So I am so grateful for the experience for the schools I've worked in. I've worked in some great districts, and spent so much time in Garden, and I respect so many of these teachers, worked with many of you, and so I think that's even more humbling to be here. Holcomb, thank you so much for the home that I've been in for the last 11 years. It's been amazing. So we have a fantastic job. I have the best one, but we have a fantastic job. Okay, I get shakers, so. But one of the interview questions they asked me that I really struggled answering was, think of a moment that defines your teaching experience or something that really, I was like, a moment, like one event? It's not one, it's a million little things that happen. It's that student who had so severe stage fright that he couldn't perform at the concert, then figuring out he can play a song by ear on the keyboard and having 5 kids want him to teach them. It's a student who finds a career path because their teacher lets them set things on fire. That's really cool, and I want to do that. It's every little moment that we all go through and we see that light in our kids' eyes. Those are the little moments that make us keep doing this. So, thank you.
Let me get back up here. Okay. We would ask that each of our 6 finalists this evening, at the conclusion of the ceremony, would hang around for just a little bit up here on the stage for some few photographs. Tonight's event shines a spotlight on the very best educators in Finney County. These ladies and gentlemen bring education and dedication, enthusiasm, and professionalism to our classrooms each and every day. We hope your evening has been a most memorable one. With just 1 week away from Thanksgiving, we all have a great deal to be thankful for. And in the words of the great philosopher Red Skelton, good night and God bless.